All right, what's up, everybody? It's Dream Team Podcast. It's your boy Deshaun, and Jason's not here right now. He's on a little mini vacation. He'll be back hopefully sometime next week. We're hoping for the best, and hopefully he's having a good time and everything. And I hope you guys are having a good time. Hope everybody's having a good day, had a good week. Everybody's been, especially during like Valentine's stuff. Everybody had a good Valentine's Day. Everybody's been just been chilling, working, doing what you do every day, or just hopefully something new. Maybe you had a little vacation of your own or something. But anyway, the reason why I'm doing a episode by myself today is not because Jason's gone, because we could easily do an episode together over like phone call or anything, but more because this is a topic that you can go back and forth with, but at the same time it's one that you can do by yourself. And like you want other people's opinions over this topic, which you still can, like leave your opinions in the comments and stuff, but I feel like there's like just a one way, not one way, but like a way you can talk about it that don't need opinions. You can just basically state facts, I would say, and not really be like, oh, like this is my so-called opinion, and stick to it. And that topic today is going to be friends. What I mean by friends is like, not like friends we're just friends in like a classroom or like friends at work. I'm talking about friends like you've been with since you were younger, like friends you've been like people and hung out with more than at least 3-4 years, in ways that you want to, not just because you go to work and that's your like co-workers, so-called, and you see them as a friend. No, I'm talking about like actual friends that you see outside of work, hang out with outside of work, hang out with outside of going here or there. Like you always try to connect. And friends, some people want them, some people don't want them. I know people that don't want friends. A lot of older people say they don't really like want friends or need friends. And then, like I say there, some people need friends, some people don't need friends, or think they need friends, and some people don't think they need friends. Put it like that. And what I say is, yes, like have your like own opinion. You can't make nobody think that they need friends, or think that they like you don't want them to think they want friends, nothing like that. And basically, like it's okay to have friends, but there's nothing wrong with not having friends. And like I said, these are for the people that don't like want friends or don't think they need friends, basically. So it's only basically what you feel like is better for yourself. I personally, I don't say we need friends per se, but I do say that having a couple of friends is like good. And when I say couple, I mean like maybe a handful, maybe more than a handful, because you can get to a point where you have so many friends that is just crazy to like keep up with, and to the point to where you could potentially like get backstabbed, which I hope nobody has had this happen to them before. But I see it as the less friends you have, or like limit your amount of friends you have, the less you have to worry about. Because you know that the ones that you actually click with and actually want to be friends with, and then vice versa, they want to be friends with you, 9 times out of 10, that's going to be the main like friendship that sticks. Because it's no, oh, I was friends with you just because I used to work with you and now we don't, but you was kind of cool, whatever. Or I'm friends with you because you did this for me. It's not one of those like type of situations. It's one of those situations where you want to be friends with them because y'all click, y'all see how each other act, and blah, 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 like through school, whatever. Now, the coworker thing, you can be friends with coworkers, but I feel like, how are you really friends with coworkers? Take somebody from school. If you become friends with somebody from school, think about it. You invite them to your birthday party. They invite you to yours. You invite them to come to your house to sleep over, and all this. And then as you get older, you don't, if you do still have sleepovers, that's, not saying anything's wrong with that. But I'm just saying, like, as you get older, like all that slows down because you're a little kid at first. But you still invite them to like a get together when it's your birthday, like to a restaurant, something like that. You still invite them to come out with you to arcades and like all this other stuff, even the movies probably. And then if they have like a girlfriend or something, then y'all can have like a double date, stuff like that. But when it's a coworker situation, it'll be kind of weird. And this is older, like I said, but it'll still be kind of weird to be like, I invite you to like this or that. And some people have become friends with coworkers, not because like they went to school with them and then they found out, oh, we work together too or something like that. No, I'm talking about like two fresh people working at this new place they never worked at before and getting to know each other by themselves. I feel like that situation, it'll be a little bit different because it can happen, but I myself feel like it'd be weird to be like, oh, like I've been working with you for like a few months. Let's invite you to my, let's say like my friends or my cousins like birthday party, something like that, blah blah blah. Like to me that feels a little like weird or like intruding versus a friend that you've been friends with for like 5+ years or something. That'll make more sense to like invite them to like a friend's birthday party, something like that, because your cousin might know them or your family member might know them. So when you invite them, it's like, hey, like what's up? We already know who you are. Versus you invite coworkers, like who's this person and stuff like that. And then on top of that, like the people that don't say, like people that say they don't need friends or don't want friends, it's not because they're like feel like they better off without them. I think it's because they don't want anything to happen to where they get in an argument and then like they lose a friendship over that, or they get into like a big old fight or they have differences. I feel like some people just don't want to worry about somebody talking down to their name or wishing bad upon them. There are friends that when you do something good or when you succeed in life, they start hating on you. They start being like, dang, how come it happened to them and not me? Like, why do they deserve it and I don't deserve it? They start talking bad on your name, but then you got some friends that talk bad behind your back. And I've seen this happen in real life. Like, it's crazy how people can say one thing and then when they meet up with them, it's like, oh, hugs and kisses and stuff. Like, no, like, you should have said stuff you were saying about them earlier. So it's just a whole lot of like, I think they want to avoid the backstabbing too, which I agree on that part. Like, it's kind of crazy to have friends and then hear it from somebody else that like they're talking bad about you and stuff. Now, I per se never snitched on anybody that I heard talk bad about somebody and then like they do all that. Mostly because one, they've been coworkers that I hear this about. But I feel like that's why I said coworkers becoming friends not really in, because that stuff can happen. And I'm not trying to get all to that work drama of, oh, you know, this person is talking bad about your behind your back and stuff like that, whatever. That's that. But even like friend wise, I still don't really try to put myself in that drama, because then they're gonna be like, well, like whose side are you on, or do you think he's right, and blah blah blah, and then it's a whole like you getting pulled both ways. Like, and I'm not trying to pick any side. And then if you don't pick any side, they're both gonna be mad at you, because like, so he's trying to say they're right, and then you just start a whole different thing. But that is basically my opinion of like people that don't want friends or need friends. And one of them is my mom. My mom is a person that thinks she doesn't, I want to say she doesn't say she don't need friends, nor would I don't say she like want friends either, but it's more of if she don't have friends, she don't really care. Because she told me that she said, in her opinion, friends are like, or the stuff she's experienced gets a little messy. And then like have friends from high school and stuff, and then down the line you just become strangers. And there's some truth to that. Some people can be friends in high school and then lose touch with each other throughout the years, no matter how like close or like however like in touch y'all been. But then there's other times where people can be friends in high school, even middle school, and last all the way to like they're damn near 50, 60, and so on. And it just really depends on the type of person you are, the type of person they are, and the life that y'all live. Because a lot can happen to where somebody can go from being a good kid to a bad kid and grow up to be a criminal, stuff like that. And there's some people that can grow up to be from a bad kid in school and stuff to like anything, like a preacher or just like a good businessman, something like that. Never got in trouble with the law or anything. And then you also got those people that's bad in school, grow up to be criminals, and good in school, grow up to be lawyers, blah, blah, stuff like that. But it's more for say of basically what y'all choose to do with y'all lives, how far away y'all live from each other, and just how touched that y'all basically like stay. You can always call a person. It's not. I hate people that say, "Oh, I don't call this person or talk to this person because they don't talk to me." Maybe you need to be the one to reach out. Now, if you're always the one reaching out, then that's a problem. But if you're really just trying to say, "Oh, I reached out once and now they need to reach out," like at least try one or two more times. Now, if you try like three times and then a fourth time comes up and they're not reaching out, then okay, wait for them to do it. But somebody needs to be the big person. And if that has to be you, then so be it. It's not really like a competition of who's being the bigger person, who's not. Like, if you really care about that person or really want to hear from that person, you wouldn't be thinking about, oh, like, they need to contact me first because I'm being the bigger person that's been always doing it, or I feel like they should do it if they really want to talk to me. If you really want to talk to them, reach out to them. If that's really your first say friend, call them first, text them first. It could be a fact of where both of y'all think the other should text each other or call each other, so none of y'all do it. And then boom, y'all just lost because y'all both thought y'all was better than the other and that they should contact you. It doesn't go anywhere. There's no point in like doing that. And like I said, this is gonna be a little mini episode because I don't want to keep rambling on about nothing over the same thing. Like I said, we're just getting this like out the way. So I'm just going for a few more minutes. But it comes to a point where in life, down the line, when you get older, stuff like that, you have kids, you have grandkids. Do you really want your life that you tell to your kids and grandkids just be me by myself, doing everything by myself, or just me with your mom? And like that's it. Like, yeah, they want to hear stories about you and like the other parent, like you and your mom or you and your dad, whatever, and stuff like that, or the mom and the dad. I say that, and then vice versa. I don't know how to put it. Basically, about you and your significant other. I put it like that. But they want to also hear like stories where you had adventures with like your friends. What did y'all do as kids? Did y'all do anything crazy? Did y'all sneak out the house or anything like that to like go to this party and thing? And then if you didn't have friends, it's gonna be like, oh no, I just stayed inside. I didn't have friends. I just played video games by myself. I had birthdays. Only my family showed up. Like, it sounds good. Like, yeah, cool family stuff came around stuff. You was a cool little child. You just stayed inside and really done nothing bad. But like, what about that excitement? There's a point in time where some of the things that's exciting in life comes from having friends. Y'all both sneak out the house. Y'all both go to this party or something. Y'all both did this when y'all turned this age or something. Like, it's a point where you need friends to, I say, check off something off your list of this is what I did as a kid and this is what made it fun. Especially when you become a teenager. There's so many things that you need. I wouldn't say need friends for, but it'd be better to experience it with friends because it's just like a movie, basically. Like you fulfill some out of a movie, like house parties or like doing when y'all start driving, like doing something you're not supposed to, like racing on a road that you know that be like no cars be on or something like that and no cops really be on, like stuff like that. You need friends to really experience things. I foresay if you want to. If you want to experience those things that happen in movies or just whatever, then you should have friends for that. You know, I'm not saying let social media and movies influence your life, but for the people that do make that happen, for the people that just want to say, ooh, I did it. Like, I did this that this person did in this movie or this show, then it'll be better to do it with friends, I feel like. And I've done some things for friends that really checked off some things off my box because it was fun, not gonna lie. And people see me, they think, oh, I'm a goody two-shoes, stuff like that. But I've done some things that I still haven't even told my mom or my dad that I did with friends that are... It was fun. Like, it was really fun. Will I do it again? Depends on the situation. But there are some things that I would do again and some things that I wouldn't. But it's already too late because I already did it. But it was fun, like, in the moment. And I know some stories from friends that they did some things with they like other friend group or with their other friend, and they said it was fun and like they would do it again. I won't do it again, but it's the fact that you got that experience. And I feel like if you're just stuck in the house, I know one person in particular, not saying their name, that is stuck in the house because their parents is on their ass, like, or just parents sometimes, just one. It's on their ass 24/7, not allowed to almost do shit. And it hurts to see a person like that, but it's comes to the point to where they're even scared to like ask their parent to come help them or something like that because they're like always on their ass. And that person rarely gets to experience anything because he's like always on the schedule. He can't stay out too late. He can't go like here and there too late. Like, I'm glad I didn't have that type of childhood. My childhood was more say like as I kept getting older, the more freedom I had, to the point to where when I started driving, it was like, just do what you gotta do. Just be safe and let me know where you are. I didn't have a curfew or nothing like that. I don't think I never had a curfew, except for obviously when I didn't drive and when I had school and stuff. But weekends, stuff like that, didn't have a curfew. I could stay out as late as I want, go out as late as I want. So I thank my parents for that, for like letting me have the freedom that I had, because that allowed me to spend more time with my friends and stuff and allowed me to do more things that I want to do. And some kids don't get that. So I'm very grateful to have that childhood. I'm very grateful to have friends that was allowed to do the same things that I could do, or more, or just like maybe a little bit less, but like more, to where we could like have time to hang out with each other. So at the end of the day, friends, do you need them? It's really up to you. I say it's more say of what you prefer. And if you want them, then go out there and make friends. It's not really hard to go out there and talk. And this coming from a shy person. I've been shy for, I say, 16, not even 16. I'll say I became shy when I moved schools when I was 11. And that new school really like made me feel like, or made me put me in the mindset of, yeah, you need to really choose your friends wisely. Because when I was a little kid, I was really talkative. I was damn near talkative enough to where I was the most popular in my elementary school, and was like picked to do this and that, had my names, I would say, air quote, pulled from like drawings and stuff when I damn near think they just called my name. I had a counselor at my elementary school that got me, and only me, a trash bag full of Hot Wheels, because I told them that I like Hot Wheels and stuff. Got me a whole trash bag full of Hot Wheels, and my little ass, as a little kid, couldn't carry it, so I had my teachers help me carry it throughout the rest of the day of school. And then had like somebody help me on the bus with it, and then had to have somebody help me off the bus with it. So yeah, as a little kid, I wasn't really shy, but when I moved schools, that would really like triggered my shyness, because the new school that I went to, I don't care if people are listening to this from the old school, it was prejudice. It was like, basically, if you're white, you're right. If you're not white, then you're wrong. Basically, that's how I'm going to put it. And I don't care what everybody says, if they're listening to this from the old school, you know for damn sure it was. And the only way you can make it in that school is you have a last name that matters in this town, or you have like somebody that you know, or you act white, basically, and try to get like close with the ones that was up in that school so you can have that privilege or whatever. That school really messed me up, and it sucked. And I wanted to move from that school since the moment I got in that school. And I did. I got to move out of that school when I was going to the 10th grade, thank God. I thank God every day for that, because I could not see myself graduating from that school. I asked my parents from like starting 6th or 7th grade, please move me out of this school. I was begging them. And then the opportunity came when my mom started working in Bryan, and I got to go to high school in Bryan, and that was the most happiest time of my life. One of the most happiest times of my life, because hearing that I was moving schools, the papers was already processed, like it's official. I was so happy. I was telling everybody at my school, like, see you later, like, I'm not coming here no more. And my mom did, give me a thing though. She's like, you better be doing good at this school. You start failing, I'm putting you back in this old school. I was on that ass, bro. I was making A's, B's, more A's than B's. Got into the National Honor Society, NHS. Got into student council. Like, I was taking care of business there. And I graduated from there. And I, like, had so much, like, I had so big of a GPA and stuff like that that even private schools wanted me. And when I say schools, I mean colleges. Like, when I was getting ready to graduate, like, private colleges was, like, contacting me, coming like, hey, like, you want to come here and stuff. Which I did go to a private university for 2 semesters or a year, however you want to put it. So that school was, like, moving there was good. But besides all that, it's not hard to make friends. And it's coming, like I said, from a shy person. This goes back to that. You just, if you see somebody that vibes with you or has the same personality as you or like the same humor, then I'll say go talk to them. And if things work out, then boom, you got a friend. If it don't work out, then just be more selective for like who you talk to and stuff like that. Make sure that it's not like a one-time thing that they acting like this, or like they're like two-faced when they only act like this to get what they want. It's not hard to make friends. It's not hard to keep friends. You damn near talk to them. You got phones. Everybody got phones. So you got freaking 6-year-olds that got phones. Like, why they need phones for? But that goes to show that you don't need a lot to stay in contact. My sister has a phone, and she has 2 or 3 friends that she talk to and text almost every day. If a little kid can do it, us grown people or like teenagers can do it. It don't take a lot to send a text, how you doing, call them, just talk to them, even if it's just for like 5-10 minutes just to check up on them. I just feel like people have too much pride to do that. I'm not saying you have to contact them every day, but at least once a week or like once or twice every 2 weeks, it'll be good to like just check up on your friend and just make sure they're doing okay. Everybody needs somebody to check up on them. They can be going through the toughest time of their life, and that day they're going through that tough time in their life, you could call them and it makes them calm. Like, you're talking to them. They got somebody to talk to release their like sadness to, or something like that. It's just, it don't take that much. So you could make friends if you want friends. If you don't want friends, then just do what you do. Hopefully your life is good without friends, and like hopefully you meet a person that you can start a family with if you don't damn near make friends. Because if you can't make friends, I don't know how you gonna talk to somebody that you actually like and want to like be something with. So at the end of the day, friends, they're good to have. Not saying you need them, not saying you don't need them. And for the people that want them, then go make that happen. For the people that don't want them, and then just keep living your life, and hopefully everything's go well for you. I'm not saying that you need friends to have your life go well, but also not saying that not having friends will have your life go 10 times better. So friends, yes, it's good to have. Even though you don't need them, it's good to have them, to have somebody on your side when you just have nobody else there. So this will conclude this little mini episode of Dream Team Podcast. And this will be Deshaun signing off. And hopefully everybody out there is having a good day. Have a good week. And me and Jason should have another episode coming out hopefully next Tuesday, next Thursday. Hopefully whenever he comes back in town. I think he should be coming back in town this coming up Saturday or Sunday. So until then, this is Deshaun signing off, and y'all be safe.